Hey everyone, it's good to see you once again here on Dee's Delights. I've actually been in my kitchen most of the day. I've been recording a few different episodes, but today I would like to show you how to make a simple stuffing recipe that is sure to please the whole family. I'm not much for these new recipes that have a whole bunch of other ingredients in. My stuffing, or filling as some would call it, depends. If you want to shove it in the bird, the turkey, when you're making Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, you can make up this same mix, put it in the bird. You'll just have to cook your turkey a little bit longer. I prefer it baked in a pan. So first I'm going to tell you all the ingredients, and the thing is, I kind of use whatever amount I feel like using. So I don't have a true recipe. What I'll do is kind of give you a ballpark of what you can use, and some of the stuff I kind of go according to the texture of the stuffing. Like the eggs and the canned milk, I kind of wait and see how much it absorbs and that kind of thing. So the celery and the onions, that I use, I'll just see. I change it every time. Kids never can tell the difference. Doug can't tell the difference, but it turns out good. First, we're going to start with, I'm making probably about a loaf and a half of bread. And I get the generic bread. Giant Eagle brand is this, or you could go to Walmart and get their brand. What you want, you don't want a real soft bread. You want something that has a little firmness to it. I'm down to the last few slices of bread. A lot of times if I'm making a Thanksgiving meal or Christmas meal, I will tear the bread up the night before, and I'll just put a cover on it. And this will make about 2 9x13 pans. So I took out, that was probably about 3 pieces of celery there. Here's a 4th piece. I don't think I'm going to use much more than that. And I cut both ends off. So here's what I have is the center. It's washed, and I'm going to cut it down the center. Cut the other side in 2. This one's small enough. I don't want it to be huge pieces of celery. I'd like them to be just littler, that you're not getting a whole hunk of celery in there. Right now, I'm recording this. It is September the 9th. And this probably won't air till somewhere around November 19th, maybe right before Thanksgiving. So this will be an ideal episode of how to make some stuffing for that bird. Or maybe you guys make ham, I don't know. Ham, stuffing, maybe you make chicken. Or maybe you don't make anything at all. Doesn't matter. The main thing is to hang out with your family. That's the main thing. There's onions. Whew. All of a sudden, I can feel them in my eyeballs. Yep, this is about a cup of onion. I think that's going to be sufficient. But I'm going to sprinkle that in here, in my pan. Just put it in there for now. Okay, so now I am going to melt. I know you're going to hate to hear this, but for this amount of stuffing, I'm going to start with melting 4 sticks of butter. Ow, I don't know what I did to my finger. I got an injury in the kitchen using the can opener. I tell you what, the older I get, the more aches and pains that come out of nowhere, and it's like, what in the world? Okay, so, oh, here it is. Big bowl. Let's start off with these 10 eggs. I'm going to mix those eggs up. Going to add some of this canned milk. You know what? I'm just going to add it all. That way it'll make it easy to tell you. I'm going to add 1 can milk, and I'm going to put 2 more eggs in there for now, and a dozen. So first, we're not going to do it all at once. I'm going to put about half of the butter in. Put that back here. I'm going to put about 3/4 of that in. I'm going to get a big spoon to stir it. Somebody left this at my house for Church Miller style, so if you're watching this video and this is yours, let me know and I'll return it. But until someone comes to claim it, guess what? It becomes part of my kitchen. Okay, I'm gonna stir it up. Gotta get those celery and onions mixed around in there. And while I'm doing that and stirring, I'm gonna sprinkle in just a little bit of celery seed. This is organic, great value. I didn't buy it because it's organic. I bought it because it was cheap. So I'm gonna do some celery seed, just sprinkle it one time around. Do a little salt and pepper. Just a few little sprinkles of salt and pepper. Where's my salt? Where's my salt? Oh, sorry, here it is. Sprinkle a little salt. Now I don't want to put a lot of salt in it because you know, I want to be healthy. Okay, as you can see, this is the way some people would make their stuffing. They would think that that is sufficient. But as you can see, if there's any bread that's white, it's not to the way that it should be. Or that the way Tanya thinks it should be. No bread should be white. So guess what? We're gonna put the rest of that butter, which remember was 4 sticks of butter. I'm gonna have to mark that down, 4 sticks. Let's put the rest of this mix in. And I think that's all we're gonna need. Now if I got too much, guess what? I might have to put a little bit more bread in there. That amount needs a little bit more bread. Thankfully I have some. I actually have some old hot dog buns. They're still good, but they make hot dog and hamburger buns too. If you don't know what to do with leftovers, they make good stuffing too. I'm gonna put that in there to absorb a little extra. So guess what? We're gonna have 2 loaves of bread, 3 hot dog buns. Yes, this is getting to the right consistency. You don't want it soupy. You just want everything to be yellowish, not white. Right there's the consistency I like. The pans are greased. We're going to scoop everything out. Try to do this half and half. I don't know if I got that half or not. But we want it to cover the pan, but we don't want it to be too thick, because I want this to bake and not take all day. So I'm going to spread it around. This is one pan. Yeah, I'm going to say, let's just say 2.5 loaves of bread. Because the texture could have been a little less, could have been a little bit drier, but it'll be fine anyway. It's going to bake, so I'm going to say 2.5 loaves of bread would make it just the perfect consistency. And then I'm going to sprinkle celery seed on top. And then I'm going to bake it at 350, covered, for about 30 minutes. And then take the foil off and bake it for another 15. So a total of 45 minutes. I'm going to take it off and stir. You can see the butter is boiling. Not really boiling. It's not boiling, it's bubbling. So I'm going to stir it just like this. So we kind of got it mixed around that the bottom of it is now on the top. And I'm going to put it in the oven for another 15 minutes, uncovered. We'll see if that browns it up a little bit. Let's see. Do I want to make it any crispier? Because I just blew over the whole pan. My poor family. It's good. It's perfect. I can taste the butter. Another perfect pan. That is excellent stuffing. I try not to eat too much of it because You know, it's a bunch of bread. So if you have any questions, just put them in the comments section. And also don't forget to send me your recipes. The best ones that you like, the ones that everybody loves, the ones that are easy. Send them my way. Email them to me. Thanks for spending the day with me. Have a great week, everyone.